What's up, millennials? Welcome to this last part of this little Bitcoin series. In the previous videos, we talked about why ARK Invest has about $46 million invested in Bitcoin. That got you excited? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you how you can buy your first Bitcoin as well, if you haven't done so already. So today I'm going to be using Kraken, which is one of the major exchanges. But the method is quite straightforward and it's also quite similar to the ones that are being used by the other major exchanges out there. So with that being said, let's just get started. So step number one is choose a platform. I personally use Kraken and Binance, but if you're a beginner, you could also definitely check out Coinbase Pro, which is this website over here. If you do so, then do make sure that you're actually using Coinbase Pro in that case, and not the normal Coinbase platform, because the normal one, well, it's very easy to use for beginners, but they also have very high fees. So if you'd like to pay lower fees, which of course we all do, then do use the Coinbase Pro version. Personally, I mainly use Kraken and Binance myself. The fees on both exchanges are quite low, and especially Kraken is quite easy to use as well. Binance is a little bit more complicated. We can show you Binance over here. Binance is a little bit more complicated, but I pretty much only use it for altcoins that aren't super popular yet. So yeah, in conclusion, if you're just starting out and you just want to buy Bitcoin, then I would recommend to choose either Coinbase Pro or Kraken. Then step number two is to create an account. As I just said, I'll be showing the method for Kraken, but well, it's quite simple, of course, to create an account, and it's quite similar to the methods that are being used on the other exchanges. So let's just check this out. We've got Kraken over here, and on the right, in the right upper corner, we see create an account. So we click that. And here we put our email. My email, username, I'll choose that one. Password, well, you just need to make sure that it contains at least 8 characters, 1 letter, 1 number, and a special character, so pretty straightforward. I'm just going to do that. Well, let's say this is my password, for example. Country of residence, for me is the Netherlands. You have to continue and agree to the terms of service and the privacy policy. You have to check that you're not a robot. I'm probably not a robot, I hope so. And then you simply create an account. So when you click create account, you'll be brought to this page, activate your account. You're going to receive an email with an activation code. You can also just click on the link within the email to activate your account. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And once you've activated your account, we're going to step number 3, to verify your account. So once you've activated your account, you will be brought to this page over here, and just simply click on verify. And here you have to select an account type. So for most of you, the starter account type would do. This is pretty basic, so you simply click here on get verified. And here you have to provide some of your details, so your full name, your address, your phone number, and your date of birth. And once you've done that, you simply click on submit, and then they will check your information and get you verified. So once you're verified, you're ready for step number 4, which is to fund your account. And on Kraken, you have multiple ways to do so, but I think there are 2 methods that are mainly used. So I'm going to talk about these 2 methods. And the first one is to simply click on the buy button over here on the top hand there. And just simply click buy over here, and you select the amount of euros in this case you would like to spend on Bitcoin. So let's, for example, put 100. And in this case, you're going to see that, well, the amount cannot exceed the available balance, because right now, as you can see in the top right corner over here, my balance is 0, so I can buy Bitcoin with this way. But what you can do is you can actually check this one. You can click on this button over here, pay with Kraken Euro balance, and you can add a new debit or a credit card. If you click that, you'll see a field over here, which is probably quite familiar to you. You simply fill in the details over here, so your card number, your name, the expiration month, the expiration year, and the CVC code. And then you add that card, and that's how you can actually buy Bitcoin very quickly with a debit or a credit card. But what if you don't have a debit or a credit card? Well, you can also do a wire transfer, which you can simply do by clicking Funding over here. And then you will be brought to this page where you can select your currency. In this case, it's going to be the euro, and you're going to click on Deposit. Now on this page, you have to select your deposit method. Mostly you can use the first option, which is this one, the Fidor Bank SEPA transfer. And when you use this option, what you simply have to do is to send an amount of money that you would like to spend on Bitcoin to this international bank account number, okay? And when you do so, something that is very important to always do is to include this entire reference code. So not just only this code over here, but also the part kraken.com. So once you've done this, once you've transferred the amount of money, it can take a few days before it actually shows up within your Kraken account and before you can actually buy Bitcoin. So once you've funded your account, we're ready for step number 5, which is to buy crypto. Okay, we've already seen that there are multiple options to do so. So first of all, we've got this very easy option, which is simply click on the buy button to buy crypto over here. And then, as we said before, you can simply select the amount of money you would like to spend on Bitcoin. And then if you've got actually some money in your account, then it won't give you the error message, which is given right now in my account because I don't have any on my account. Or you can pay with your credit or debit card. But if you're a little bit more advanced, you can also go for the Kraken Pro option. You can simply click on the icon in the upper right corner over here to go through to the Kraken Pro platform. And once it's loaded, you can simply click on Connect to start trading. So when Kraken Pro has actually loaded, the first thing you want to do is to select the right market, which you can do so over here in the left upper corner. Right now it's on Bitcoin Euro. But you can also buy other crypto like Ethereum or Ripple or Litecoin, etc. But in this case, we're actually going to use the BTC Euro market, okay? Because we want to buy Bitcoin for euros. So we click on that. And then we've got these trading options on the right-hand side over here, which have a few options that you might not know just yet. So let's just go through some of these options. First of all, we have the action, which is pretty straightforward. You either buy or you sell. And then you have the type of order you would like to use. So for the beginners, I would just recommend to either choose the market order. With a market order, what you do is you simply buy Bitcoin for the current price. As you can see right here in the middle, the current price is 8,887 euros for one entire Bitcoin. Okay, so if you choose a market order, then you will use this price as a reference. But what you can also do is to choose a limit order. You can choose a limit order if you would like to actually determine how much you would like to pay for a Bitcoin. If you, for example, think that the Bitcoin price is going lower in the future, for example, you think it's going down to 8,700, then you can also choose a limit order, okay? But for now, we're just going to stick to the market order, which is the most straightforward option. And then for leverage, we simply go for none. The funds, here you can choose how much money in your fund you would like to use to buy Bitcoin with. And then you can either go for the quantity of Bitcoin you would like to buy. So let's say, for example, you would like to buy 0.01 Bitcoin, for example. And then you will see that you would have to pay 89 euros, about 89 euros to pay for that 0.01 Bitcoin. So you don't have to buy one entire Bitcoin. You can also buy a small part of a Bitcoin. What you can also do is say, well, I've just deposited 100 euros. So what you can do is simply put 100 euros over here in the total price. And then this platform, Kraken, will tell you that you're going to buy 0.01124859 Bitcoin, okay? So once you've done that, you simply click on the review and buy button, you confirm your buy, and then, well, congratulations, you've got your first Bitcoin. So now that you've bought your Bitcoin, you're ready for step number 6. How do you store your crypto? Well, you can do so in multiple ways. You can simply decide to leave your crypto on the exchange, so on Kraken Pro. But if you have a larger amount of money in crypto, then you could also choose to go for a ledger. A ledger is like well, almost looks like a USB stick over here, which you can connect with a cable to your computer. And you can use this device to keep all your crypto safe thanks to the cryptography and the private keys which will be provided to you, and you will only have access to your crypto with your private keys. Something you do need to take into account is that a Ledger Nano costs money, of course, to buy. So if we look at this website over here, a Ledger Nano S, which is probably useful for the majority of you, costs about 60 euros. So, well, let's say if you only have about 100 euros in crypto, then it probably doesn't really make sense to buy a ledger, and you can decide to simply keep it on the Kraken Pro exchange or on the other platform you're using. But if you have, for example, about 1,000 euros in crypto, then you could maybe decide to go for a Ledger Nano S and to keep your crypto safe. Awesome, so there you go. 6 steps to buy your first Bitcoin. If you still got questions after this video, then what you could do is send me an email at support@nasaomi, and I'd love to help you out. You can also join our Discord channel if you've got any more questions, or if you would just like to chat about the stock market or crypto. If you've gotten any value out of this video, then I would like to ask you to hit that subscribe button, because it only costs you a few seconds of your time, but you could help me out a lot on my mission to help millennials and other people to manage their money better. I'd appreciate that a lot. See ya!